Hi, my name is Jamie Garcia. Back again. Look, hey Sunday church. Anybody that goes to Sunday church, will you call me a knucklehead? Will you write me? Well, I don't know how you're gonna write me. I don't even know how to turn these damn comments on. But will you somehow get a hold of me? My number is 989 285 4160. Call me. I don't want to yell. I don't want to scream. I don't want to have a debating contest where you're going to try to constantly cut me off because this spirit in here's got something to say too. And I got good evidence on why I speak what I do in the way I do and why I hold on dearly to what I believe. But I need somebody to call me a knucklehead because I'm retarded here, y'all. My brain is fucking broke. You get it? But the Spirit of God, since I come to Him, He puts words in there. And I haven't really give two shit about being dumb since then. Because the words He gives me in the Bible, somehow I understand them. And I find it hard to believe that somebody else don't understand them. No matter how they think they've been called or tapped to receive their understanding. I'm one of those people that believes when you read the word duck, it's going to mean the same in the north as it does in the south, as the same as somebody reads that damn word in California. They're all going to see duck. You see? Someone might say being a smartass is a duck as in whack whack. Or somebody might be a smartass and say that means duck down. And that's where I would trouble you to actually read the other words that are around there to give you an understanding whether it means to duck as in duck or whack whack, what you're reading about. But I'm looking for somebody to tell me I'm a knucklehead and explain my salvation by using any one of the four gospels. All I'm doing is saying, tell me how to be saved using Jesus's words or the apostles He handpicked. Not one of Paul's books. I just lay that to you as a challenge. Just find two words in there that agree with what it says in his books. Two words that comes to my salvation. Find that spot where it says, through grace alone, you are saved. Please show me where I'm erring in my ways. Because all that stuff about that, the only time I've ever read it is in one of Paul's books or the new book, Acts. But Matthew, Luke, John, all them guys, they told their own people to get off their butt and work. You see what I mean? They were telling their own people that they had to do certain things. And even then, they would not do it. Jesus told them to take the disciples to take their business elsewhere when they wouldn't, when they rejected Him. And the stuff that He was teaching His disciples, He told them to go to the ends of the earth and start teaching others that. Them same things that His own people wouldn't have, He told them to take it to us. So what was there the need of having a book of Acts? What was the need in one of Paul's books? It makes no sense to me because Jesus quoted from Old Testament. And He said, I didn't come to change any of this shit right here, man. I didn't, until heaven and earth pass in its fulfillment, both, nothing's going to be changed from it. So, I don't know what you do with that. How you get past them words when God Himself is telling you that it's not going to change. And he even tells you, if anyone breaks the least of his father's commandments and teaches others to do so, that person, they're going to be in big trouble, mister. Because he said they're going to be called least in the kingdom. And he said that he that keeps the commandments and teaches others to do so will be called great in the kingdom. I don't know about you, but I don't know all the damn 10 commandments by heart. But I know where to find them. Exodus 20. And I know the gist of them because I've read them plenty of times. But I do know this. Whenever I get that feeling, my butt's starting to pucker up, or I'm getting you're messing up kind of feeling, I look up and I pay attention to what the heck I'm doing. And then, hey, I look in the Bible and see if that's right or if that's wrong. That's my solemn plan to make sure that I don't do wrong, is to measure myself up against his commandments, against the way he's told people to be. People say that the law is too hard, but I don't understand why it's too hard. Other than they did try to pervert things in Torah. But I don't think we're supposed to pay attention to Torah. Either other than it was about Jesus. And I mean, if you read about it, I'm sure that you'll be enriched by it. And you'll understand what's Jesus and what's man. And you'll be able to have them discussions between you and your mate and other people about the whack stuff you just read in Torah. You know, how was that God when God told you, don't say a bunch of things to keep them simple between your brothers and sisters? That anything above that is the devil and stuff? When Torah gets all complicated. Well, the one thing I do know about Torah is this. Eventually, Moses and the people, they pissed God off so bad, they chapped his ass where he was done with them. And he said, okay. He went to their kids and he told them, don't learn anything that your parents have to teach anymore. He said, learn not the tradition of your elders. Don't learn from your parents. Don't learn anything from them. Learn from me. And he started to teach the kids how he wanted them to be. But you want to know something? Torah was what they learned from Moses. When he said not to learn the traditions of the people, Torah was their tradition. Moses brought Torah. That didn't say not to keep his commandments, because I think that's what he always wanted people to do, to keep his commandments. He made them. Moses threw them down. Next thing you know, they got recreated, but he brought Torah instead. That don't sound right? That sound right to you? How do you go from 10 all the way up to 620? Please tell me that it didn't go off the rails right there. 10, 160, what? How much? 620. Like 620. That's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So when he said, you call my ways hard, is it not your ways that are hard? My ways, it was 10 simple things to do. Your ways, 620 things you need to do. I mean, nobody can do that. Just say, hey, God said, let your yeses be yeses and your noes be noes. Anything outside, that's the devil. And when somebody's explaining something to you in a million different ways why you should do it, should you not be suspect? Oh, I thought I would say that to you anyway. But somebody, please tell me I'm a knucklehead and tell me how I'm saved. But I put this down for you, a challenge. Explain to me what my salvation is through the gospel of Jesus Christ, through his words, and through the words of Matthew, and through the words of Luke, and through the words of Mark, and the words of John, and the words of Peter. Those guys. The words of Thomas, if you can find this book. Explain to me through those vatos, the ones he hand-picked, the ones that didn't come in their own name, but the ones he hand-picked. The hand-picked disciples. And not the one that said, I come in my own name. He came in his own name. And he exalted his name above everything that's called God too. Most of us do as people anyway. But let's get real. When we're talking about Paul here, and you could go into the Bible Project to any one of their Bible reviews summaries and put in Romans, put in Titus, put in all of Paul's books and watch them and see what their summary is of how Paul says things are supposed to work. But look at the summary of all the other disciples and see what was said about them and what they practiced preaching. Guess who I'm going to model myself after? They wanted their people, their own people, to make it. They wanted them to win. So I'm going to follow the words that were given to the people that were supposed to be winners. I want to learn what they were teaching them to be winners in the eyes of God. That's what I want to learn. I don't want to learn from somebody, or at least I want to put it in perspective. Paul is the donkey in Baal and Beor. He's the donkey. See what I mean? God will use anybody whom he wishes. But it's kind of weird that he would use, Samson, which was kind of scrawny, to make him strong so that he could show the world, I'm God. Through a scrawny guy, I can do all this. Or through Daniel, somebody wouldn't even think could do it. Yet through God, he can kill a bear, a lion, and a giant. He picked people that didn't look the role. He picked people that were weak. He picked people that the world rejected because they didn't look the role. He didn't pick the strong. He didn't pick the handsome. He picked the rejected people, the outcasts. So why would he pick a murderer when he said, thou shalt not kill? I can't get over that. I can't get over thinking the devil, he's laughing his ass off at me. Because this dude break one of the 10 commandments, Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not murder, whatever the F you want to call it. You're not supposed to take somebody's life. Even though I think it's just take somebody's life, period. Because he didn't give you permission, number one. And two, he said not to return an evil for an evil. He said that people are going to be killing you for his name's sake. And don't resist. Because if you die, you'll know where you wake up with him. When you don't do something, you are acting like him. You're allowing yourself to be hurt for him. You're allowing yourself to be, what do you call it in Thessalonians? For a manifold token to enter the kingdom of God. And to recompense the wicked that's doing that to you. He wants to know who's doing the hitting. And he wants to know who's absorbing the blows. He's going to take the ones taking the licks. And he's going to burn and smoke the ones giving the lickings. He wants to know where they are without a shadow of a doubt. Without having to work for it even. That's who he wants, the people doing the beating. He don't want the people fighting and saying it's for God or country or anything for that matter. He wants the person that just got smoked. He wants the person that just got beat down. He wants the person that just got put down by somebody's mouth even. That's who he wants. Just saying. He said, for God so loved the world in John 3:16 that he sent his one and only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. And then it continues to say, if you're interested in reading more than just the part you want to hear, it says, for God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but through him it might, might, question mark, might be saved. Might. It doesn't say everybody that call on him was going to be saved. It said it's going to be a might. It's going to depend on you, on what you do with your free will. The free will that he's given you. Because he's going to give you a spirit that's going to show you what's wrong when you're doing it. But will you choose to continue to do it, even though you physically even feel ill in doing it? I don't know. Just saying. Peace.